Hello Cancer and welcome to January 2025 and your January 2025 reading. I hope all is well with you. Thank you so much for being here. This is for you if you are Cancer, Sun, Moon or Rising. It's also for you if you just come across the reading, it takes your fancy and it resonates, you're more than welcome to take it. And don't forget, it's a general reading, so just take what you need and leave behind what you don't. So we're going to use these lovely Light Seer Tarot cards to find the general energy of what's coming towards you over the next few weeks, Cancer. I do realise it's a little bit late in the month. I've had some live stuff going on. It's been all a little bit hectic. But this will take you through until our next reading. So let's have a little look what's going on with you the next few weeks. Right, we've got two cards popped out here. We've got the Devil card. Let's see, there we go. We've got the Queen of Cups and we've got the Two of Swords. So Devil card energy is all about maybe lower vibrational energy, about maybe falling into some old patterns of behaviour or old ways of thinking, maybe lower vibrational, more negative ways of thinking that don't necessarily serve you anymore, things that might have worked for you in the past but aren't actually helpful for you moving forwards. Queen of Cups is about opening your heart, finding that compassion, that love for yourself, and happiness, and you know, really being happy and pleased with the way that you've grown, the way that you are showing up in the world today, the way that you are feeling more emotionally stable and in a much better place. So, you know, they're quite contradictory cards, aren't they? So I think maybe you're going to be working through a little bit of both of those energies before the end of the month. Then we've got the Two of Swords, and that's all about making choices, but procrastinating on making choices, not committing to making a choice, and just being stuck in that pattern of staticness because you're not moving forward and not because you're not able to make that choice. So let's have a little bit of a closer look about what's been going on in your recent past, Cancer, and see how these cards work their way into your reading. Right, I've got one popped out already. Oh, two popped out. Oops, got a whole handful popped out there. One more shuffle. Right, so we've got the Three of Swords in your recent past energy, and we've got the Seven of Swords, and then we will have the Eight of Cups. So recent past energy. I think you've had maybe some stuff going on in your recent past that's caused you a little bit of heartbreak and loss, a little, you know, quite a bit of upset really. That's with the Three of Swords, and then we've got the Seven of Swords, and that's generally the card of lying, stealing, cheating, betrayal, and then the card of Eight of Cups, the card of walking away from something that no longer serves you, something that may well actually be on the outside for outsiders looking in. We'll get that right in a minute. Things may look okay, but for you, it just doesn't feel in alignment anymore. So this could be something like a job. It could be a relationship. It could be a home, something that, you know, you feel like maybe you've been betrayed in some way. Someone's maybe not been honest with you and it's upset you and it's caused you some sort of upset, so much so that you're finding that you want to walk, if you have, or you're wanting to, or you're going to walk away from that situation because it no longer serves you. Bearing in mind we've got the Devil in that first spot, that first placement, which sort of, you know, generally ties into your recent past energy, and so maybe that may have started making you feel a bit fed up, a bit down, and you know, quite negative, because you know, maybe you've been feeling a little bit badly done to. All right, we've got a couple more cards, one more card as clarifiers. Okay, we've got the Moon, we've got the Ace of Cups and we've got the Star. So in contrast to all of those tricky cards at the beginning, we've got these lovely bright light blue healing-y type cards as clarifiers. So the moon, looking at our shadow side, the moon shines a light. It's a different light than the sun, and it casts different shadows, and we tend to look at things a little bit differently in moonlight, and that's generally our inner world. Our fears, the things that we don't really want to look at too closely, because they can be, you know, they can cause us fear, they can cause us upset. And so maybe the lights, the situation that's been going on, the light that's been shone on it has maybe not allowed you to see it in its true light. Or it could well be that it's shone a light on your shadow side, on the side of you that maybe you don't always want to look at, the side of you that is filled with sort of similar to the devil, you know, can have fear, can have jealousy, can have greed, lust, all of those lower vibrational energies. And the moon maybe has shone a light on that, and you've started to see things or examine things in a way that you haven't, in a way that you've previously not done before. We've got the Ace of Cups next to that, and that's under the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords, you know, this could be, we've talked about betrayal and trust and lying, cheating. Maybe these are things that you have found within yourself. It doesn't have to be looking out the other things, the thing that others have done to you. This could be stuff that's going on within you, simply because of the devil, because of the moon, this shadow side of yourself that has been forced out into the light, that you're having to take a closer look at. And maybe you've not been being truthful with yourself, but maybe you are now finding the love and compassion. The aces are all about the beginning of something, seedling of something, potential of something. You're starting to find the love and compassion for yourself, to start looking a little bit closer at things in order to help yourself to begin to heal. Helping you to walk away from the things that no longer serve you, and to find yourself in a place of healing. So we've got the Star card here. I'm not going to show her because she's naked, and apparently YouTube doesn't like that. So I'm going to just pop her down here. The Star is a card of healing. It's a card of finding balance. It's a card of finding the balance within your head and your heart. It's the it's just a really beautiful card of healing. So in your recent past, I think, you know, it's been sort of pushed upon you that you've got to start examining yourself on the inside a little bit more, and you're being nudged to be truthful about a situation or situations, or the way you feel about things, which is then allowing you to connect with that love and compassion that you've got for yourself, which is helping you to then begin healing and start finding yourself walking away and clearing the decks in order for you to find that alignment, that contentment within yourself that maybe you've not been feeling recently. Okay, so current energy. I've got a couple of cards out already. Oh, there we go. There's another. So we've got the Five of Pentacles. We've got the Nine of Wands. And we've got the King of Pentacles. No, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. I'm lying. Okay, so Five of Pentacles is fear of lack. So fear of lack of health, fear of lack of finances, fear of lack of stuff, something material. And the thing with the Five of Pentacles, or any five actually, is there's always a solution to the problem. You know, with the Five of Pentacles, you know, those people are walking with their heads down, they're looking all very sad and sorry and quite sickly and, you know, quite poor, and they're missing, you know, they're lacking in something. But you know, if they just look upwards, if they look towards that light, that's actually a church, and there's support and love and help within that space for them. And so for you, at the moment, you may be feeling like you're lacking in something, but there is help and support if you just ask for it. You know, just take a look around and see and open your eyes to what's happening in the outside world. And there's actually, you know, that, like I say, that love, that support, that help, whatever it is that you need to resolve that feeling of lack, it's out there for you to help you to really move forwards. We've got the 9 of Wands, I wanted to say swords. 9 of Wands, and he is the wounded soldier. He's all battered and bruised. He's been through the war. He's, you know, he's all beaten up. He's been through a really difficult time. But the thing with the 9 of Swords, he's resilient. He's not giving up. He's pushing forward towards his hopes and dreams, because Wands are your joys, your passions, the things that light your fire, that make you happy, that bring you satisfaction. And so he's not giving up on his dreams. He's not giving up to moving towards that happy place. He's, you know, he's being resilient, he's being stubborn, he's pushing through, despite, you know, any challenges that may come his way. He's really just sticking with it and moving forwards. I've just realised here we've got this lovely Queen of Cups card above here, and, you know, as I said before, she's about opening her heart, being kind, being compassionate to herself, being loving to herself, and also being really proud of how far she's come. And I think that ties in with that wounded soldier. You know, he has got compassion with himself. He's got love for himself. You know, he's well aware of how far he's come, and he's, you know, he's not giving up on himself. And so I think, you know, your current energy is hopefully one of resilience, where you are really pushing towards your goals, regardless of the fact that, you know, you may be having some difficulties at the moment. And again, those difficulties can be small for some people, they can be really big for others, and on a sliding scale anywhere in between, because we've all got our own different stuff going on. Then we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and he's sat on his horse, he's not moving anywhere. Knights of Pentacles are the card of movement and movement forwards, but he is making slow and steady movements forward. He's making considered movements forward. He's got his pentacle, he's looking at it, he's taking it onwards with him, you know, but he's really being careful and considerate about how he's going to spend his pentacle, what he's going to do with his pentacle. And again, don't forget, pentacles are wealth, health, stuff, material stuff. So, you know, at the moment, you may well be just really deliberating about how you want to move forward with things, how you want things to look, and you're being really considerate about it and not rushing into anything. Right, let's have a little look at 3 cards to really clarify this. We've got the 8 of Pentacles, he's out already. That's under our 5 of Pentacles. Then we've got the 10 of Cups, lovely card, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so 2 movement cards on our last set here. But let's start with the 8 of Pentacles. He's under the 5 of Pentacles, so the card of lack. And you know, that says to me actually that the solution for your fear of lack of whatever it is honing your skills or learning something. So, you know, obviously, apart from asking for some help and support, but that could be some help and support in the shape of somebody showing you how to do something so that you can improve yourself, improve the situation and take it on forward because you've learned something new and you've now got the skills to move onwards. It could be that you just, you know, you're going back to college, you are just really working really hard to perfect your skill in whatever area that is for you, whether it's work, whether it's home, whether it's relationship, maybe having to put a little bit of extra work into, you know, a relationship, because relationships, as we know, they're not easy. But whatever it is that's going on that you fear that you're lacking, the solution for me, or the thing you should be doing in your current energy, is finding the knowledge to make it better, is to learning something, learning new skills, finding out knowledge. The answer lies with you. You've got to put a bit of time and effort and work into it to help things, really help things to push forward. We've got that Nine of Wands, the wounded soldier, the card of resilience. I think the thing that's going to drag you through this month, with this nine being the wounded soldier, is keeping your eye on the prize. And your eye on the prize is that 10 of Cups, the place of happiness, stability, security. And I actually think that's going to be your driving force this month. I think, you know, opening your heart to the possibilities, just being grateful actually as well for what you do have, because, you know, as we know, life's a journey, not a destination. Throughout that, you know, that 10 of Cups is like the end result, isn't it? But, you know, we have elements of this end result in our day-to-day life, but we sometimes take them for granted because we don't actually look at them, and we're always looking at what we actually want in the future. Whereas sometimes we need to actually just stop and really feel gratitude for the lovely things that we've got happening now. And I think if you can connect with that energy, and if you can really, but at the same time sort of, you know, have this vision in your heart, that'll help you to really be persistent and resilient and push forwards, and making your life better, but really appreciating things, you've got at the moment as well. So that Knight of Pentacles, he's being careful and he's deliberating and making sure that how he's spending his pentacle is in the right way. And the Knight of Wands is under him, and he's trying to give him a shove forward. We've got the Knight of Wands, he's moving towards his joys, his passions, the things that light him up, that make him happy. So, you know, you've got those two sort of energies of pushing forward, but with some deliberation, but actually then once you've deliberated, just taking it forward, moving onwards, and really just taking action towards the things that bring you joy and passion, and the things that bring you satisfaction in life. So let's find some cards for your future energy, Cancer. Now our general theme, our general energy of the reading, our card above our future energy is the Two of Swords. And that's about, you know, being overwhelmed and not able to make a choice through fear or through overwhelm. So let's have a little look. We have the Magician in your future energy. We have the Six of Pentacles. And we have the Ten of Swords. Clarifying, we've got the Page of Wands. We have the Five of Wands. And we have Temperance. Okay. So future energy, we've got the Magician, strong start. The Magician has got all the tools he needs to do the job in hand. He's got his pentacle, he's got his sword, he's got his wand, and he's got his cup. He's got everything he needs, as do you. You've got everything that you need inside you to move forwards into wherever it is that you're going. And the Magician is a master manifester. So he's great at bringing himself into alignment. He's great at, you know, throwing things out there, picturing what it is that he wants. Because as we all know, if we don't have a goal or a vision, we don't know where we're going. So we can be, you know, bumbling around in the dark, just like going here, there and everywhere, and not going towards our end goals. So the Magician has really got all this stuff together, and he's got everything he needs to take him forward on this next part of his journey. And so have you in this future energy. We've got the Six of Pentacles next to that, and he's you know, the man in the card there, he's giving the needy some money there, but in his other hand he's got balance. And this is a card about having balance and not over giving or not over receiving. It's about finding balance, about the flow of life, being able to flow without restriction, without blockages or stagnation, because, you know, the flow is right. No one wants to overgive, no one wants to overtake, and because if any of those things are out of balance, then everything sort of slows down and stops, and nothing goes forward the way that it should. So, moving forward in your future energy, that's a card that you really need to pay attention to, because we've also got the Temperance card here, and Temperance is all about balance as well. She's about finding balance, having patience, and balance. I think that's a key word for you. We've also got a 2 in this card, this 2 of Swords energy above, and 2s are generally about finding balance. We've also got the 10 of Swords. And the 10 of Swords are generally about swift endings, something coming out of nowhere that you know, that's just happen really quickly, and it's an ending of some description. But the thing is, with the 10 of Swords, whatever's happened is for the good. It's for your good. It may have causing you some mental stress, mental anguish, but a new dawn's arising. It's a new dawn. The darkness is leaving and the light's coming in. So things are getting better. Although it may not feel it at the time, things are improving. So let's have a look at our clarifier cards. Under the Magician, we've got the Page of Wands, and he's bringing you a message of, you know, positive movement forward. He's beginning to make steps as well into moving forwards, into taking action. He's obviously the youngest of the court cards, so he's really looking towards what's happening, towards the horizon, and deciding, you know, what he's going to do. But he knows he's going to move forward, but he's just not quite sure how to at the moment. But as we know, under the Magician, you've got the tools you need to do that. So just, you know, connect with that childlike, innocent, simplistic energy of the Page of Wands, and really just start making steps to move forwards, to start changing things, to start shifting the energy, you know, with a little bit of a spring in your step, I think, because, you know, it is a wand. It's about moving towards your joys, your passions, your destiny. So really just connecting with that joyous energy and just making steps to move forwards towards it. We've got, obviously, that 6 of Pentacles, that finding the balance, finding the flow. And underneath, we've got the 5 of Wands. So that's a card of conflict. And so it may well be that it's a bit of a struggle, bit of a conflict within you, that you finding it really hard to find that balance. Maybe, you know, you just like flailing from one end of the spectrum to another, and things that the balance balance scales are just like this, because you're really struggling to keep that balance. You're in constant conflict. So I think, you know, if you can take a little bit of a breath, if you can just try and centre yourself, and muster the energy of Temperance, because Temperance is very in balance. She's very in balance. She's very deeply connected to the earth, but she's also equally set into reality. She's not overly emotional. She's very aware of reality. She's very grounded. She is connected to her intuition and her spiritual divine self, but more than anything, she's rooted, that's the word I was looking for, rooted in reality. And so, you know, you may be sort of flailing around with the energies of the balances are all out and the energies are all over the place, and, you know, the flow of energies just, you know, maybe off the scale, because you're really struggling to find that find that place of balance. But whatever ending is going to come towards you before the end of the month is going to really help you to find balance. And again, that ending could be anything. It can, it could be work related, could be home related, could be relationship related, whatever's, and something small for some people, big for others. But whatever that ending is really going to bring about some peace and some balance. And I feel quite, as I'm talking about this, I feel quite stressed and quite agitated, as if there's so much going on, and you're really struggling to find that place of peace. And I think that's really going to come about with that 10 of Swords. You're going to find so much peace once this 10 has come in, and it's happened, and it's a shock, and it's swift, but it's going to make you feel calmer, more peaceful, and in a better place to really move forward. And I think actually it may well involve a choice. The 2 of Swords in the Rider-Waite card deck, it's a woman, she's got 2 swords, she's got a blindfold on, she's got 2 choices basically, left sword, right sword. She's got a blindfold on, she's not prepared to look at the choices she's got. She's got a body of water behind her, which symbolises her emotions, and so it's emotionally charged, the decision she's got to make. And when we have to make a choice, we choose from one or the other. We're always going to lose one, aren't we? We've got the other choice, which is great, which we're moving forward, but there's always going to be a sense of loss with that other choice. And it's difficult, and I think this is maybe what you're having to go through in your future energy, is making choices which are going to bring about an ending, but that ending, at the end of that, you're going to find some peace. You really are. I feel it really strongly. So, right, let's put them to one side. Let's find you, Cancer, some cards, 3 cards to help you navigate the month of January and beyond, because we're leaking into February here, aren't we? So let's we've got one. We've got the 4 of Cups. We've got the 5 of Wands, and we've got the 9 of Pentacles. So 4 of Cups, I'm just checking we've not got that one, no. 4 of Cups is about not being happy about the way things are. And I think in your recent past, you may well be feeling some discontent about what's been happening in your life that's nudged you to really look at life and to look at your shadow side, and to know that you've got to walk away from something. So I think, this is a card of, yes, you may well be feeling discontented, but there's always something else that you've got ready to step in to from the sidelines, to step in to help you, to be a little catalyst, the catalyst of something new that's going to bring you happiness, going to bring you joy, that bring you compassion and love that you can move forwards with. So don't forget that. There's always a spark of something that you can take with you onto the next step of your journey. Current energy, we've got the 5 of Wands again. So that's conflict. It can be conflict and competition, but in this case, I think it's just conflict, and I think it's inner conflict, just generally. And so, I think try not to get wrapped up too much in this conflict that's going on in your head. And if you are going to, then if you're going to give it some time, then you need to use it constructively and use it to help you to move forward and to try and find a resolution to that, rather than just staying in that cycle of conflict. There's a solution. There's always a solution to the 5 of Wands, the fives. So this is to make a choice, I think. because you've got this conflict going on inside your head. Something obviously needs to find some resolution. So, you know, I think you're going to find that resolution in the future, but, you know, don't let it overtake you. Don't let it rule your head. Just make use of that inner conflict and then make a choice about the situation, and that's going to help you to move forwards. So last card, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, and that is a lovely card. She's really examining her bounty. She's put in lots of hard work, she's put in lots of effort, and now she's reaping the rewards. So I think, and that's falling in your future energy. So I think you're going to be doing a lot of work on yourself and examining things and examining life and figuring out where your alignment is in this world during this month. I'm hoping you're going to do it with some compassion for yourself and some compassion for others. But I think, you know, if you can put the work in during this month, I think you're really going to start reaping the rewards, and things are going to start really shifting in a way that's, you know, going to help you to find your place of alignment, the place that the path that you're meant to be on, the route that you're meant to be going, and actually quite a bit of peace. Because I think you're going to resolve all of the conflict that you've got going on within you, sparked by a choice. So I'd love to know if this resonates with you, Cancer. I'd love to know how you feel about the reading. I'd love it if you could like it, if you could subscribe. That's always amazing. But have a really good month. Have a great 4 weeks or whatever, and I look forward to catching up with you very, very soon.